Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck Picture Book and Educational System. Well, I'm slowly getting things pulled out of my suitcase. As I said, we're traveling for a couple of weeks, a couple of, good period of time. And this is the first day that I've had my banner up. And so it is a little bit like my former office, and just bits and pieces happen a little bit at a time. But this channel, even though I've been away for it looked like maybe a couple of weeks, but 3 weeks since our last real talk, is set up to build healthy self-esteem in children, which is the purpose of the Happy Little Garbage Truck. And I'm leaving the information in the description box. And it is a book that's available on Amazon, and you can find more information by going on our website, which is happylittlegarbagetruck.com. Well, in the last couple of months, we've been looking at Z. Hereford's points on how to build courage. And this dovetailed into faith, which dovetailed into a positive attitude. But first of all, the 5 points of Z. Hereford's article was knowing that you're going to feel fear and do it anyway because you know that you're going to gain so much more as far as experience and growth and knowledge as an individual by having courage and taking action even when you feel that fear coming up. Two, developing a willingness to work on courage because, you can say, well, I wish I had the courage. That's not going to do it. You have to have the willingness to actually start somewhere. And believe me, this is not a comfortable venue for me is to do these YouTubes. But, I started it during the COVID lockdowns because I felt that teachers and parents needed to have some additional information on how to work with their children, especially children with special needs. So it's like, I've got to do this. So it helped me overcome a lot of the fear that I had about public speaking, which, I've been working on this for years. But it really, you have something that overrides the fear, and that's the need to do a service in this case. Number three is noting how others display courage. And, that was like pretty obvious, but, we can overlook that wonderful example of looking at media, looking at news articles, um, just looking at movies, TV shows of people who display courage and in our reading. If we fill our minds with those things that are parts of what allowed a person to be courageous, we start building that in our own character. And this carries over to the children that we're teaching as well. And then also taking the small steps that it takes daily, one step at a time, baby steps, to work toward developing that courage. And that's basically like any muscle, we're really exercising our emotional and mental muscles to have the courage. And then having faith. And as Dennis Waitley said, that faith is something that when we have it, it overcomes all issues and all ills. So, but that faith, it's positive expectancy. And so that actually dovetailed into Dennis Waitley's article, which was on the power of positive expectancy. And, it's just like, oh man, this is exactly the article that I needed to connect these two thought processes from courage to building faith. And what is faith? It's positive expectancy. So he had 5 points as well. And so this video is going to be a recap of both of their concepts. And then I'll have another one for the following week, which is going to be looking a little bit more into Dennis Waitley's. So his 5 points, and the next video will look into maybe the first two of his points. The first one was never did a winner win without a vision. And that winner expected to win. You don't go into a 5K expecting to be last. You want to be the first one. So in doing having that expectancy, you train. And so this is the one thing that it's the action connected to the mental connection, the action connected to the mental thought of succeeding. So you know there are some things that you have to do in order to win, and you start doing those. Um, the second point, and I think we've talked about that a bit, but the second point that I will definitely talk about in the next video is the higher your energy level, the more efficient your body is, and the better you feel, and then you're able to use your talent to produce outstanding results. So that is a mouthful, but it really deserves having taking a closer look at those points. And number three was optimism is a way of life. And I know there's a group of people that have the Optimists Club, and I thought that was really a fantastic place to start. And I looked at some of their materials. Just great. Number four is to stay relaxed, friendly, and calm in whatever you do. And number six is optimism is real, and realism is the way of life as well. And so we're going to be looking at number two about higher energy level in our next talk. So thank you so much for joining me again. And it's just great to be back because these talks help me too. They're so constructive to everybody's life because these are things that help build our character. So please subscribe, please share, and thank you again. Goodbye.